There's that man again.
Ever smelled somebody's fragrances that was so delectable that it made you want to bite them? Well, I got 5 fragrances here that smell so good, you just might bite the person that's wearing it. Stay tuned, I'll tell you about it. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Teddy Files. I'm your fragrance sommelier, Mr. Diaz Teddy. And today we're going to be talking about 5 sweet, creamy, delectable fragrances that might get you the kind of attention that you want. So the first one that I have up is a fragrance that I did a full feature on the other day because I just got it in the mail. And I sprayed it and I was very impressed by it. I felt like it smelled extremely good. I felt like it was actually pretty realistic to what it was saying that it smelled like. And that is Cafe Beignet from His Perfumes. So this fragrance here, this is sweet, it's creamy, it is vanilla smooth. It has coffee, cinnamon, brown sugar, iris, vanilla, cocoa, sandalwood, and oud. They come together to just give you this tasty, delectable, and extremely just comforting fragrance. It smells like comfort in a bottle. So it's not the loudest thing in the room, but people will smell you when you walk past. Like I said, I haven't worn it outside of the house because, well, it's been crazy hot outside. So I'm not going to wear this right now in the summertime, but I've worn it in the house. And Mrs. Grizzly absolutely loves when I put it on because she knows I'm testing perfumes just to see how long they last, what kind of smells happen towards the end of it and all of that type of stuff. And you definitely towards the end of the fragrance, you pick up a beautiful note of sandalwood. It is so classy. This fragrance right here, they did an excellent job on this. I'm impressed. I'm extremely impressed, and this is something that I will get a lot of wears out of. And of course, you guys know, like I always do, for all of the perfumes I talk about today, I will leave a link in the description box so that you can go and pick it up for yourself. So the first one that we talked about today was the one that I did a full feature on the other day, and that would be Cafe Beignet by His Perfumes. The next offering I have for you guys is a clone from Maison Alhambra that was created to be a direct clone of Pegasus, and that would be Perseus. So this fragrance right here, I actually have a decant of Pegasus as well. This is definitely not 100%, but you can tell this is what they were cloning when they put this one together. So this is very strong in vanilla, It has a few notes that are a little bit sharper, but it's a strong vanilla fragrance. If you are not a fan of vanilla, you're not going to like this at all. But if you like sweet, creamy fragrances that come off kind of smooth and just a little bit nutty and things of that nature, this right here is a great offering. It lasts pretty long on the skin. It is a parfum concentrate. It's another one that I was testing. I believe I got on Miss Grizz's nerves this week because all she kept on smelling was creamy vanilla candy fragrances and things of that nature. But she's always been a trooper, so I truly appreciate it. But yeah, this one right here, I would say if you like Parfums de Marly Pegasus and you don't want to spend that kind of money, this would be a pretty good option. It lasts pretty long. You can tell that the oils aren't as expensive as the oils that they use in that, but for just your average person out there in the street, not going to be able to tell. It's just that it smells pretty good though. It smells pretty rich and creamy. So what I'd say is this: if this is the type of scent profile that you guys like, this would be a good buying option. So that would be Perseus from Maison Alhambra. The next fragrance that I have for you guys is from the niche brand Shea and Blue, and that would be Salt Caramel. So I'm going to give you the fragrance notes right off the top with this one. It is caramel, sea salt, tonka bean, and sandalwood. The reason that I gave you the fragrance notes right off the top from this one, because the notes sound simple, but this fragrance is so much more complex than that. So it's probably going to sound a little bit strange, but this smells exactly like caramel popcorn to me. It smells just like caramel. I mean, if you want to talk about a true gourmand fragrance, this one hits it right on the nose. It is woody, salty, sweet. The sandalwood becomes very dominant at the end of it, but at the top of this fragrance, you smell caramel popcorn. I kid you not. Now, if you don't like caramel popcorn, man, don't get this. Don't get this. But if you are a fan of that sweet caramel, creamy, almost dreamy type of thought process, and when it comes to fragrances and things of that nature, those types of smells, this is an excellent choice. I absolutely love this. I wore it in the office last winter, and people thought I actually had because I just sprayed it. I came out of the gym and I sprayed it at work. And people thought I had a bag of caramel popcorn until later on when they started really smelling the sandalwood and things of that nature, and more of the tonka bean, a little more of a powdery nuance to it. But when you first put this thing on, man, look, it's all about the caramel popcorn smell. So if you like that type of fragrance, which I do, I absolutely love it, then can't go wrong with Shea and Blue, Salt Caramel. The next fragrance that I have up is the fragrance brand of Mancera, and that would be Aoud Vanille, or Aoud Vanille, however you pronounce it. Regardless of how you pronounce it, the smell is absolutely phenomenal. If you like sweet, creamy fragrances, this is right up your alley, man. I mean, let's get this in the air. Beautiful atomizer. Beautiful, sweet, powdery, woodsy, fresh, spicy. All of that comes together to give you this very smooth out and very original smelling. There's not a lot of things that smell like this. I did compare it somewhat the other day to the first fragrance that I offered, that was the Cafe Beignet, only because it's in the same family, but they do not smell exactly alike. They kind of remind you of each other, but they don't smell exactly alike at all. But this one right here has agara wood, saffron, black pepper, cardamom, floral notes, Madagascar vanilla, dyak wood, and sandalwood, all to give you this very, very sweet, vanilla, creamy, smooth, tasteable fragrance. This is a very, very tasteable and delectable fragrance, but it's also a very classy fragrance. I wouldn't say it's one of those office fragrances, but it's very inoffensive. Now, if you are not, once again, if you're not a fan of sweet, creamy fragrances, probably not one of the ones you want to pick up. But if that is right up your alley, if that's in your bag, man, you can't go wrong. Plus, let's not forget, we got the magnetic cap, so that's always cool. But hey, you want to get one of those really sweet, creamy fragrances, and you want to add something great into your fragrance collection, can't go wrong with Aoud Vanille by Mancera. The last fragrance on the list today is by Emporio Armani, and that would be Stronger With You. Now, Stronger With You is one that I took the advice, of course, of the fragrance community. I'm very heavy into the community. I listen to a lot of the guys that are on YouTube. I respect their work and I respect their opinions. And this is one that was talked about by quite a few. Bowtie Fragrance Guy and TLTG Reviews, guys like that were talking about it. And I said, you know what? These guys know what they're talking about, so let me go ahead and check it out for myself. Because I usually, regardless of how much I like someone's channel and respect them, I still have to see for myself, because just because they like it doesn't mean I'm going to. Well, they were absolutely right about this one. This one is absolutely amazing. Let's get it in the air. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. It is fresh, spicy, powdery, warm, sweet, slightly balsamic. I mean, you got your top notes of chestnut, you got sage, you got lavender, you got vanilla, all to come together to give you this just fresh, creamy, smooth, and very, very sugary fragrance. It's a very sweet fragrance. So once again, if you're not into those creamy, sweet type of fragrance, that's what the video is about today. We're talking about that creamy, sweet offering that you have in your collection that make you tasteable to ladies. Because let's be real, we do wear a lot of these fragrances for ourselves, but we also want to attract the other sex when we wear these things. And this one right here will get the job done. It will get the job done. I bought this the winter time. I wore it one time and got quite a bit of attention, got quite a few compliments when I wore it. So it's definitely going to be, once the weather breaks, once we get out of the high heat or high hell, which is what we're going through right now here in Baltimore, I'll be reaching for this one probably the moment it gets a little chilly. So if you want a great, beautiful, sweet vanilla chestnut fragrance that's very warm and somewhat toasty, you cannot go wrong with this fragrance right here, and that would be Stronger With You. Well, once again, everybody, that is my time, and I want to thank everyone for coming over here and checking out the channel again. You didn't have to come watch this video, and I truly appreciate that you did. And once again, the community is climbing. We got quite a few more subscribers over the weekend, and just striving for a lot more. We never stop. We will not stop. We will get to whatever the goal is that we need to get to, and the goal is to reach everybody that finds this content useful and entertaining. I truly love and appreciate you guys, and remember, you know the guy, you know the name, Mr. Dearest Teddy. You know who I am. I'm your fragrance sommelier. And you know what we don't do over here? We don't do stink. So please, don't be a stink ass. Have a good evening, everyone.